Let's go right now to Wilmington, Delaware.
Kamala and I are here to make a brief statement, and I'm sure we'll have more to say later, and either tonight or tomorrow. But let me begin by thanking the press for being here and thanking everyone else. My fellow Americans, yesterday once again proved that democracy is the heartbeat of this nation. Just as it has been the heartbeat of this nation for 2 centuries. And even in the face of a pandemic, more Americans voted this election than ever before in American history. Over 150 million people cast their votes. I think that's just extraordinary. And if we had any doubts, we shouldn't have any longer about a government of, by, and for the people. It's very much alive in America. Here, the people rule. Power can't be taken or asserted. It flows from the people. And it's their will that determines who will be the President of the United States, and their will alone. And now, after a long night of counting, it's clear that we're winning enough states to reach 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency. I'm not here to declare that we've won, but I am here to report when the count is finished, we believe we will be the winners. With all the votes counted, we have won Wisconsin by 20,000 votes, virtually the same margin that President Trump won that state 4 years ago. In Michigan, we lead by over 35,000 votes, and it's growing. A substantially bigger margin than President Trump won Michigan in 2016. Michigan will complete its vote soon, maybe as early as today. And I feel very good about Pennsylvania. Virtually all the remaining ballots to be counted were cast by mail. And we've been winning 78% of the votes by mail in Pennsylvania. We've flipped Arizona and the 2nd District of Nebraska. Of special significance to me is that we've won with the majority of the American people. And every indication is that that majority will grow. We have a popular vote lead of nearly 3 million votes, and every indication is that will grow as well. Indeed, Senator Harris and I are on track to win more votes than any ticket in the history of this country that ever won the presidency and vice presidency. Over 70 million votes. I'm very proud of our campaign. Only 3 presidential campaigns in the past have defeated an incumbent president. When it's finished, God willing, we'll be the 4th. This is a major achievement. This is a major achievement. And it's been a long and difficult campaign. But it's been a more difficult time for our country, a hard time. We've had hard campaigns before. We've faced hard times before. So once this election is finalized and behind us, it'll be time for us to do what we've always done as Americans. To put the harsh rhetoric of the campaign behind us, to lower the temperature, to see each other again, to listen to one another, to hear each other again, and respect and care for one another, to unite, to heal, to come together as a nation. I know this won't be easy. I'm not naive. Neither of us are. I know how deep and hard the opposing views are in our country on so many things. But I also know this as well. To make progress, we have to stop treating our opponents as enemies. We are not enemies. What brings us together as Americans is so much stronger than anything that can tear us apart. So let me be clear. We are campaigning as Democrats, but I will govern as an American president. The presidency itself is not a partisan institution. It's the one office in this nation that represents everyone. And it demands a duty of care for all Americans. That is precisely what I will do. I will work as hard for those who didn't vote for me as I will for those who did vote for me. Now, every vote must be counted. No one's going to take our democracy away from us. Not now, not ever. America's come too far. America's fought too many battles. America's endured too much to ever let that happen. We, the people, will not be silenced. We, the people, will not be bullied. We, the people, will not surrender. My friends, I'm confident we'll emerge victorious. But this will not be my victory alone or our victory alone. It'll be a victory for the American people, for our democracy, for America. And there will be no blue states and red states when we win. Just the United States of America. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops.
All right, not a victory statement on the part of Joe Biden yet. Confident with the numbers and that the trend is his friend, and leaving it simply at that with his running mate Kamala Harris. Please stay tuned to Fox News Channel and its Fox station. I'm Neil Cavuto in
cases. The party realized going back to the 2018 midterms that moderate Democrats are the ticket to success. And I think Pelosi had pulled away from, the squad, so-called, and all that. But I agree with you in general. Democrats who are successful are far more moderate than the Bernie Sanders wing of the party. I would just add here that I think that for lots of Democrats, they're questioning how much money was spent, for example, in Kentucky and in South Carolina. And it's, Dana, I think it got personal. People really can't stand what Mitch McConnell has done on the judges, and we're out to try to
You think about $100 million and that, to try to go up against Mitch McConnell, and I think Mitch McConnell ended up winning his race by 13 points. $100 million could have helped a lot of House Democrats, but as Kevin McCarthy said, they flipped 5 and they expect more. Everybody, thank you. Brett, Mark, and Juan, thanks for joining us, everyone. I'll see you on the 5. Bill Hemmer.
Good deal, Dana.
You're still standing?
Yeah, we're still, absolutely. It's early, right? Thank you, Dana. See you in a couple hours. It is November 4th, and we do not know who will be president come January. This is so 2020, is it not? Good afternoon. I'm Bill Hemmer. After a long night in America, at this hour, we expect the following. Former Vice President Joe Biden is going to speak any moment in Delaware. Minutes after Fox News projects that he will win Wisconsin, expected a recount after that as well. Trump team is still confident. They expect a whole news conference in Philly this hour. He calls for multiple legal challenges. At the moment, Biden leads the president in the electoral count vote, but we are still waiting on results from 5 critical battleground states: Nevada, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. Both candidates say they're confident in their path to victory. In a moment, Chris Wallace and Martha McCallum have analysis. Jackie Heinrich reports with Team Biden. John Roberts reports from the White House with Team Trump, and that's where we go first this hour. John, let's begin with you. What are you hearing?
Bill, good afternoon to you. You mentioned that there's going to be this press conference with Rudy Giuliani, Pam Bondi, and others at half past the hour to talk about legal challenges there in Pennsylvania, but the legal challenges have already started flying from the Trump campaign. The Trump campaign manager, Bill Stepien, announcing this afternoon that a suit has been filed in Michigan. Stepien saying, quote, President Trump's campaign has not been provided with meaningful access to numerous counting locations to observe the opening of ballots in the counting process as guaranteed by Michigan law. We have filed suit today in the Michigan Court of Claims to halt counting until meaningful access has been granted. We also demand to review those ballots which were opened and counted while we did not have meaningful access. That lawsuit falls on the heels of the Trump campaign announcing it's going to seek a recount in the state of Wisconsin. Stepien saying there have been reports of irregularities in several Wisconsin counties which raise serious doubts about the validity of the results. A recount, though, is still a ways off. A recount cannot be requested until after the votes have all been canvassed and certified by the state. That process won't be done until December the 1st. For its part, the Trump campaign is working on two tracks. One, to count all the votes that may still be out there for President Trump, and two, to mount legal challenges to ensure that only, quote, legal votes are counted. In a conference call this morning, the Trump campaign insisting there are enough legal votes out there for the president to win the election, even putting some numbers on it, saying that I'm not sure why that's up. That's from another time. But putting some numbers on it, saying that the Trump campaign could win, or President Trump could win Arizona by as many as 30,000 votes, and that the president could win the state of Pennsylvania by some 40,000 votes, based on the way that they see the mail-in vote breaking. Here's the campaign manager, Bill Stepien.
We know there are anywhere between 1.2 to 1.4 million ballots yet to be counted in Pennsylvania. We know there are upwards of 500,000 in Arizona. We know that there are outstanding ballots to be counted in Nevada, outlying county, Republican counties in Michigan and Wisconsin within 1%.
We're supposed to be hearing from Joe Biden in the not-too-distant future. I think that will probably, Bill, trigger an appearance sometime today by President Trump. I'm told that the president not likely to let Biden have sole access to the news cycle. So we'll see when the former vice president comes out. The president may be not far behind him.
I don't think you're wrong about that point. Thank you, John. Back to you as the news develops there from the White House. So Jackie Heinrich, Wilmington, Delaware. What are you hearing, Jackie? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bill. The header of Joe Biden's website now reads, "Keep the faith. When all the votes are counted, Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States." And for a person who is superstitious and doesn't like making predictions, that is really saying something. The campaign believes, as of this morning, that they could win 4 key states, including Wisconsin, which was just called for Biden, even with the recount the Trump campaign's demanding. Also Michigan, with most outstanding ballots from Democrat-heavy areas. They think Nevada's in the bag, too, with no outstanding ballots that would change their current lead. And they do believe they'll ultimately take Pennsylvania, but it could take some time. Georgia is looking like a toss-up to them, but the campaign says it's still in play. Remaining ballots in the Atlanta area favor Biden. They are, though, seeing North Carolina as a possible loss, leaning toward Trump. Now, the Biden campaign has been very transparent about the data that they are getting in, and also about how they intend to fight any incoming lawsuits. The way that they see it, the other side, the Trump campaign, is wanting voters to think that this ballot counting process is mythical, rife with fraud and cheating, not easy to understand. They're trying to take the opposite approach. They laid out on a PowerPoint presentation all the different suits they've been seeing in different states up till now and how they think that the courts will rule on them. So they're allowing people to have some sort of expectation as we all wait here, Bill.
Jackie, thanks for that. Jackie Heimer, John Roberts. Want to bring in Martha McCallum, anchor of the story, and Fox's Sunday anchor, Chris Wall.
We'll talk about it.
I'm pretty confident that that is very much doable as far as the Biden folks, if you listen to what they're saying.
Right. Both campaigns, they understand, and they've been in touch overnight with what's out. Right. What is yet to be counted in these places? Most of what has yet to be counted, not all, but most of what is yet to be counted is the mail-in ballots. And in most places around the country, the mail-in ballots were disproportionately Democratic. We know Biden voters were more likely to vote by mail. Republican voters were more likely to show up on Election Day. Again, you want to just check every now and then. There's you get a surprise. But if you look at the publicly available data, plus the current election returns in all of the places where you have a big amount of votes out, big amount of votes still to be counted today, Biden's leading in most of those places. So the math tells you they're comfortable, but we have to finish it.
And they're talking, the Trump folks, the Trump campaign, of raising some potential legal challenges in Pennsylvania and Michigan.
Right. I'm going to switch maps and come back over here, and we expect to see them. They also said they would do a recount in Wisconsin. Now, we'll see. Look, what people say and what they do, I don't mean any offense here. This happens in all campaigns. This is a very emotional day. This is a very emotional day. Late last night, the Trump campaign had reason to be optimistic. The overnight counts, especially Michigan, Wisconsin, and out in the West, had moved away from them. It's an emotional time, so no matter who you support, you should respect the emotions of the other side. But the Trump campaign, number one, they have officials going up to Pennsylvania today. The president's daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, Corey Lewandowski, his former campaign manager back 16, familiar faces. They're going to Philadelphia today. They claim that there's vote rigging going on in here. Local Republicans are on the scene. Our correspondents are on the scene. Philadelphia has cameras in the room where they're counting the votes. So we'll listen to see what the Trump people say They say there's something nefarious happening there. There's zero evidence of that right now. Again, we'll listen to what they say. They say out here that they're They say out here that they're already going to ask for a recount in Wisconsin. That is their right. We'll see what happens if they actually follow through with that. But Wolf, Governor Scott Walker, loyal Republican, he has tweeted a couple of times saying that that's a steep hill. If you look at the margin, right? I've been through a lot of elections. Very rare is it that in any recount you overturn a vote margin. Scott Walker tweeting a couple of recounts in his experience, 300 votes changed in one, 100 and something votes changed in another. So again, it's within their rights, and as we try to respect the count, we should also respect everybody's right to say, we're going to look at this, we're going to scrub this, we're going to look at state law, can we get a recount? We should watch all that play out. But I've been doing this a long time. That's a very hard number to overcome. And so we'll watch it play out. Again, the Trump campaign today is spending a lot of time talking to their local people on the ground, spending a lot of time talking to their lawyers from both sides. Don't believe everything you hear today. There's a lot of emotions in play. We'll watch how it plays out.
Pennsylvania right now. Trump has a significant lead in Pennsylvania right now. Potentially, if you listen to the Biden campaign folks, they think they have a real chance of winning Pennsylvania. What do you think? How does that happen?
How does that happen is, again, you look at this. Now, remember, just if we rewound the tape late last night, there were times when that leads 424,000 now and change. There were times last night when it was above 600,000. So there has been a trend toward Joe Biden. Can you get enough? When you're at 82%, and in most elections, you would look at the 82%, 424,000 votes and say, that's too steep of a hill. But remember how different this election is, right? But people voted three different ways. Election day turnout, President Trump, whether you like him or not, give him credit. The Trump rallies around the country, in Pennsylvania, in North Carolina, elsewhere, there's no question. The president's frenetic travel at the end turned out Republican votes. That's one way people voted. The other way was in-person, early voting. People waited in long lines. You saw the pictures. Remarkable for a long period of time. And then people voted by mail. We know Democrats disproportionately voted by mail. So again, I'm going to come back to Philadelphia, which is a place where we know the Trump campaign is going to complain today. We're only at 64% of the vote. So you're looking at that lead. It's a huge lead, but you've got almost 40%, about a third of the vote to be counted in Philadelphia. You just look at this right now. There's no guarantee it holds up this way, but if Joe Biden's winning 78% of the vote, and you've still got 30+% to count, right? You still have a third of it to count. There's reason tells you Joe Biden's going to pick up some more votes here in Philadelphia. If you move over here, Montgomery County, one of the suburbs in the call or around Philadelphia, we're at 88%. You got 10-12% of the vote still to come in. Joe Biden's winning 6 out of 10 votes there in Montgomery County. So there's more votes potentially if they continue at the trend we see them, or maybe even more so because of the disproportionate Democratic mail-in balloting. And again, Chester County, this one's a little closer, but still ballots to be counted. So if you pull this out and you look at the number, one more out here, another Democratic county, there are some Trump counties where they're going to count these ballots too, the mail-in ballots. So it's possible the president...
Hey guys, God bless you. I just want to prove something. There's a breaking news that I saw in one of the Nigerian blogger page that United States 2020 presidential election have been called, projected Joe Biden the winner. He's a liar. I want you to understand that no network in America have projected anybody a winner. I don't know how Nigerians are getting their information. They are in Nigeria, they don't have electricity. I am here in the United States, I have 24 hours electricity. I have not seen any channel that projected anyone to be the president, projected the winner of this 2020 presidential election. This is CNN. This CNN is different from the CNN they got in Europe and in Nigeria. This CNN is different. This is CNN. Basically, you can only get this channel if you're in the United States or maybe in Canada. There is another CNN International which is up. I don't normally watch it. I'll show you. CNN International is what they get in Africa. There's another CNN again. It's called CNN Headline News. They don't get that in Africa. They don't get it in Europe. You know, sometimes those that are in Nigeria, they think they know everything. They know how to lie. They can't fight Boko Haram. They can't do election. All they know how to do is lie. They already screenshot, do whatever they call it, doctor a video or photo shoot or whatever. They put Joe Biden as projected presidential winner of 2020 United States presidential election. Okay, let's go to fast news. This is fast news. Fast news, you don't get fast news in Nigeria. I don't think so. I don't think so. So, okay, let's go. Let's go. This is MSNBC. This is MSNBC. I don't think you get this in Nigeria as well. Nobody have called this election at all. Look at it. Nobody. Look at it. Every channel. I am going to go to more channels. I am just tired with some Nigerians who just go around and start spreading lies. Mostly this, what they call it, these are Magba boys. These are Magba boys are the ones spreading it on what they call it, WhatsApp groups. They are just spreading it in every WhatsApp groups. I don't know what is wrong with them. They don't have electricity in Amagba. They don't have a Benin. This is not a Allah without. This is United States of America. Look at it. Nobody have called election at all. Let's move forward. Okay, this is another channel. You can see me right there. This is another channel right here. This channel, let me just keep doing it. You know, just give me time. Let me keep doing it. Okay, you can see me. I'm standing right here. This is a CNBC. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm just tired of these people. Okay. Okay, this is a Fast Business Network. You can see. Nobody have called this election at all. Nobody. You know. I don't know where they are getting their information. I'm just tired of these people. They lie, they lie, they lie, they lie, they lie, they lie, they lie. They continue to lie. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay. This is BBC. BBC is still analog. You can see BBC is analog. America is already on digital. HD, high definition. TV. Africa are still in analog. Europe are still in analog. You can see it's not that clear. You can see its strength. This is the London, British, they run to. Like London, like British people, they are one of the most civilized people in Europe. Nigerians, they run over there. You can see, compared to American China, you can see British are still behind. They are using analog. Okay, let's move forward. This is Weather China. Okay. You see, this is J. Let me just move forward. I just want to show you something. Give me time.
None of us are betting right now.
Okay. Nobody have called it. These are all channels. Hold on. Just give me a second. Let me move faster. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to C-SPAN. I'm going to do it. Let's go. Give me a second. Okay. You can see all this channel here. Backward. Let me go back. BBC. Okay. CNBC. Backward. Let me go back. You can see none of the channels that have carried. No one.
Hopefully the partisan
no one. So
that prevented us from doing another rescue package will subside with the election.
Hey guys, I gotta go. So I'm tired of Nigeria people. The way they just lie, they continue to lie, they lie, they lie. You know, let me go to channel 4.
Yeah, I respectfully disagree.
It's just a TV show. Nobody have cut. I mean, come on now. What is wrong with these people? This is a NBC. You know, nobody have called this election. I don't know how Nigeria got it. So I love you guys. I gotta go.
Filing suit in Pennsylvania as well. Again, Rudy Giuliani, the president's personal attorney.
All right, guys. So disregard what you are hearing on Nigerian social media that Joe Biden have already been projected. It's not true.
This is a state where they have an advantage right now, but there is, I think,
all right, bye, love you. Share this video.